Hey guys, Dave here. Yesterday I promised that I was going to give you guys all a bonus video that relates to the Mobile Friends with Benefits WSO by Stephanie Henry. You can see that I've got this up on the screen, and this is a fantastic WSO that deals with mobile pay-per-click. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking pay-per-click, oh, I don't want to get involved with that. Well, she shows you lots and lots of sources so you can get this thing started for free. And she's got in here, I mean, it's truly a step-by-step, and this is one of the best WSOs I've seen in the mobile niche for quite some time. What's really cool about it is it allows you to actually start generating proof and customers for your clients before you approach them, putting them in a position where they absolutely have to take you up and they will become your client. This is a great strategy. I can't recommend this WSO enough. It's like 10 bucks. Now, I said in the email yesterday that in my opinion, Stephanie missed out on one important tactic, and I'm going to show that to you here. What she's doing is she's using phone numbers, right, in mobile ads that she's creating, and then forwarding them the calls onto the business, and that way she can track the calls, right? And you can do that with CallFire, you can do it with various, Twilio plugins or whatever. But what she didn't mention, and what I think is super critical, is why not... I don't know what that's all about. Sorry about that. But why not add them to a text message list at the exact same time? And I'm going to show you exactly how we can do that with all free tools. If you come over here to openvbx.org, okay, openvbx.org, close some crap out so we can see what's going on. You can download OpenVBX for free. Now, this works with Twilio, and I'm not going to go through the trouble of showing you how to install it. If you come over here to download, they've got a complete installation guide available here for you that'll walk you through it. It's super simple, okay? But I've got this installed, and what I am going to show you is how to build out a flow. Okay, and how to put this all together. So what we'd be doing is we'd be using Stephanie's tactic, and this would be the phone number that we'd be using. That's inside of our Twilio account. Okay, so then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a call flow. Now, what I would be doing, hear me out here. What I would be doing is so what happens is when the call starts, right? Because it's going to be a voice call. This is what the very first thing that we want the call to do is, right? So we want to play a greeting. So we would drag in the greeting applet, okay? Now, what I would be doing would be putting together a quick 15 or 20-second recording that says, hi, we'll use Stephanie's example. She uses towing in the WSO. So, hi, thanks for calling Bob's Towing. From time to time, we send out, maybe the towing company's got a service department as well, and they have oil change specials. So, hi, thanks for calling Bob's Towing. From time to time, we occasionally send out service specials via text message, and in a moment, you're going to receive a text message. If you'd like to receive these specials via text message, simply reply yes. Otherwise, ignore the message and you'll never receive another message from us. So now we've given them the option to join a text list, right? I'm not exactly sure why this is going on. Sorry about that. Hopefully the video is still going here. So what we've done is we've given them a way out, and we've told them that they're going to be getting a text message, right? So then what we're going to do is upload that recording. Now we can record this right from the phone, so I could click record and we could just start and make our recording right here, or we can record it in another with another software and just upload the MP3. But nevertheless, we're going to play them that greeting, okay? Then we're going to drag in the SMS applet and we're going to send them a text message. Okay, so we're going to send them a text. Now, obviously, you may want to put in some other information here, but I just put in here, thanks for calling Bob's Towing. To get smoking hot offers via text message, simply reply yes. And we wouldn't word it like this, but you get the idea. Ignore this message if you don't want to join this list. So now we're going to send them this text message. So then the next thing we need to do is forward the call, right? So we're going to use this simultaneous dial. And we're just going to drag that in. We're going to check dial a phone number. And here we'd put in our phone number. And this would forward the call. Then if nobody answers, we're going to take a voicemail and hang up. And then we're just going to save the flow. Okay? So now we need to set up an SMS flow, right? Because we told them to reply yes to be on the list. Okay? So let me close this. Now we're going to create an SMS flow. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is match for the keyword. And I don't have the plugin installed here, so let me do that real quick. I forgot to mention you're going to need a couple of plugins. Let me go through the plugins you're going to need to make this work. You're going to need the call forwarding doesn't work, so don't use that. That's an old plugin. You're going to need this outbound plugin, so you're going to want to download that guy. You're going to need this subscriptions plugin, and that's the one that I'm missing. So let me download that one. And let's see. You're going to need the outbound. We're going to need keyword matching for SMS, so let me download that one and go back. And yeah, that's it. So let me get these two open and unzipped. Extract all. Extract all. Let me get my FileZilla open here. And let me just open my folder. Now I've got this installed on one of my domains in a folder called VBX. So I'm going to open this folder. And you can see I've got plugins right here. So now I'm going to come back over here and find my extracted plugins. Here's one of them. So I'm going to drag that into plugins. That's how easy it is to install these plugins. And then I need subscriptions. So I'm going to open that one and drag that in. So now that I've got those plugins installed, now I can match for keywords and start building a list. So I'm going to close this and just refresh my screen. And now I'm going to create my SMS flow, and you can see I've got some new things going on here. So the very first thing I want to do is drag in match. Okay, so now we're going to match for the keyword yes, and then we're going to subscribe them to a list. Now it's telling me I didn't create a list, so let me save this, close out of here, and go manage lists. I'm going to add a list, and I'm going to call this the Bob's Towing Deals. Okay, and I'm going to save that. So now I have this list. Let's come back over here to flows. Edit the SMS flow again. So we're matching. On yes, we're going to subscribe them. So we're going to add them to Bob's Towing Deals. Okay, then from here, we'd probably want to send them a reply, right? So we'd drag in send a reply, and we'd put the reply in, and then we'd just leave this blank, and we'd save that. Now we got to do one more thing. If they text back anything other than yes, right, we need to do something. So probably what we're going to want to do, we can do two things. We can either send them a message that says we didn't understand that text, or we can just make sure that they're not on the list by removing them from Bob's Towing deals. Okay? So it's that simple. I'm going to run through this one more time. So here's what's going to happen. Using Stephanie's WSO, people are going to be calling to talk to Bob's Towing, coming in off the ad. Okay? When they call, they're going to get the greeting that we recorded that tells them they're about to get a text message. Then we're going to send them this text message that tells them if they'd like to be on our text list, all they have to do is reply yes. And then we're going to forward the call to Bob's Towing. Okay? Then they're going to reply yes. When they do, we're going to add them to the list. Then we're going to send them a message. Okay? If they don't reply yes, they won't be added. And if they reply with anything other than yes, they'll be removed from the list. So now, when we go approach Bob's Towing, because we're already sending him customers, right? We're already running paid traffic at our own expense and sending it to Bob. Bob has to take us up on our offer. He has to become, it forces him to become our client. Well, now we can tell him we're also building you a text message marketing list because that's what we do. We're SMS marketers, right? So in my opinion, this is a crucial step because it just adds a little bit more value to the tactic that Stephanie's laid out, which in and of itself is a fantastic technique. So I wanted to send you this video. You don't have to use OpenVBX. If you have the Wrecking Ball SMS system, great, use it. If you have Chad Wyatt's plugin, great, use it. If you're on some other service that you can do this with, great, use it. But the bottom line is you definitely want to interject this SMS capture into the process. In my opinion, now you can go to that business. Now you can go to old Bob and say, not only am I sending you customers, but I'm building a text marketing list. It hasn't cost you a dime. I sure would like to have you as a customer. Okay? Now what's going to happen if Bob says no? Absolutely not. Well, we've got his customer list at that point that we can take to John's Towing, right? And that makes us that much more powerful. Now let me show you one other trick that we could do here. Let me close out of this flow and let's edit this again. What we could do, and I'm just going to delete the greeting here real quick, okay? But what we could do is immediately when they call, let me close this. Let's go back to lists. And I'm going to add one more list, and we're going to call this Bob's Prospects. Oops. Check this out. You guys are going to dig this. Okay, so now we've got this list Bob's Prospects. Let's come back over here to flows. Now we're talking about our call flow, okay? Instead of playing the greeting, why don't we subscribe them to a list first? So now we've got that phone number on a list. So we've got this list of people that have called Bob's Towing. Whether they join the SMS list or not, we know who they are. And we can take that to another towing company or whatever niche you're working in. And then the same thing happens. We're going to play them the greeting. We're going to upload our recording. Then we're going to send them the text message, the blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to take and forward the phone call. Okay, so by uploading and using this OpenVBX, which is perfect for these types of phone options, OpenVBX is extremely powerful. It's a little clunky as an SMS platform. It kind of sucks. It's hard to manage. but as a phone routing, as an IVR platform, it's phenomenal, and it's completely free. You can get it at openvbx.org, and I highly recommend you checking it out and you adding this into the mix. I also can't recommend enough Stephanie Henry's Mobile Friends with Benefits WSO. It's $9.90 over on the Warrior Forum, and I think you absolutely must pick it up. So you get the idea. You guys all know where to find us. I hope you have a great day and a very profitable tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.